could rewrite it as, well, let's first write it as 64 to the 7/6, okay? And then I can simplify it as 64 to the 6/6 times 64 to the 1/6 power, okay? 6/6 power is the same thing as 1, so 64 to the first power is just 64 times the 6th root of 64. So now we got to figure out what number times itself 6 times is 64. And that is 2. 2 times 64 is 128. Okay? So the last thing we're going to talk about is negative exponents. Whenever we see a negative exponent, all that means is that we're flipping it. So for this one, 128 times 4. 128 times 4 is 512. Oh, sorry. Yep. 512 to the negative 2/3 power. That means we're going to do the third root of 512 to the negative 2nd power. Third root of 512 so if we do 8 to the 3rd power, that is 512. So the third root of 512 is 8. So 8 to the negative 2nd power is the same thing as 1/8 to the 2nd power. So we have that negative sign and it flips it. Flips it over. So now we're left with 1/64. Okay. So, when we are dividing rational exponents, we are subtracting. So u to the 1/4 divided by u to the 7/4. So we're going to subtract 1/4 minus 7/4. And that's the same thing as negative 6/4, which is the same thing as negative 3/2. So u to the negative 3/2, and the same thing as negative 3/2 is 1/u to the 3/2. Nope, it's not letting me write it correctly. Maybe it wants me to write it as 1/u, so square root of u to the 3rd. 1/square root of u to the 3rd. Oh, that worked. Okay, same kind of thing over here. You're subtracting the fractions. I'm just going to leave that for you guys to do. It's the same kind of deal. Power rule. Power rule, all you are doing is you're distributing this 3/4. So we're going to rewrite it as 81 to the 3/4 and u to the 3/4. 81 to the 3/4 power, so the 4th root of 81, and then to the 4th. So the 4th root of 81 is 3, so we're going to rewrite it as 3 to the 4th times u to the 3/4. 3 to the 4th is, I'm sorry, this is supposed to be to the 3rd. This is supposed to be 3 to the 3rd. 3 times 3 is 9. 9 times 3 is 27. U to the 3/4. 27 u to the 3/4. Okay, and that's the power rule. So we're done with power rule, and finally I'm going to do M6, which is more combining. So we can cancel out. So we have 6 c to the 5/2 and c to the 5/2. Those cancel out. So we're left with 1. So we can write 1 over c to the 5/2. Same kind of thing over here. Those cancel out. We are left with b to the 1/4. Okay, so this one gets a little more complicated. So first we got to add. So we got to add the fractions. So we got c to the 14 over 5 over c to the, so 11 plus 4 is 15 over 5. Okay, and then we're going to subtract the exponents. So 14 over 5 minus 15 over 5 is negative 1/5. So we're left with c to the negative 1/5, which is the same thing as 1 over c to the 1/5. Okay.